Barbados. Listen, you're gonna find me doing a lot of voiceovers on this video because I was literally in the moment throughout this entire trip. I forgot to do a lot of vlogging. I did some recording, but most of the time it was very much just me filming what was happening or where I was, but I didn't really come on and be in front of the camera talking to you guys. So you'll see that I'll be doing a lot of voiceovers here. So after coming out of customs and immigration, the first thing I did was headed straight to the beach. Now I went to a beach club, which is quite on the beach. This is a very popular beach club. It's called Harbor Lights. This is where a lot of tourists will come. There's food, there's drinks, there's chairs, and there's umbrellas you can rent. Pretty much everything that you need for a beautiful beach day. So I headed there, didn't stay very long. I still had all my clothes that I wore on the plane, but I just wanted to head straight to the beach. So that is exactly what I did. So as you can see, I'm walking, heading towards the sand right after ordering a fruity drink cocktail. Can't remember the exact name of that cocktail, but I know it tasted super tasty. It wasn't too strong, you know. I just wanted to have a little something to put me in that island vibe, you know what I mean. This happens to be one of my favorite beaches. The beaches on the west coast are a lot more calm than those that are on the south coast, which is where I stayed. It's really not far from where I stayed, but there's a huge difference once you get to that area. Soon after leaving the beach, I headed straight to St. Andrew, which is where I grew up. It's considered the country because the island is small, but there is still a separation of the country and the town area, which is like Christchurch and St. Michael area is mostly considered the town area. So this is where I grew up. I headed down this very, very steep hill, and at the top you can see the best views ever, which is like where I grew up. So over there where you see the ocean, that's the area in which I grew up. It's a very, very cloudy day when I landed, so it's not bright and beautiful like I would have wanted, but this is basically the view that we have heading down the hill. After spending a few hours in St. Andrew, I headed back to where I was staying, which is in Christchurch. I got dressed and I went and I met up with my friend Tony, who I only met online on Instagram, but it felt like we always known each other forever. It was a beautiful night. We had some drinks, very light bites to eat. And as you will notice, I did not vlog any of that night. I think I only filmed what we were eating and that was it, but Tony filmed that little quick boomerang thing of us having our first drink. I am living in the moment on this trip. I would not lie. I barely pulled out my camera like to be in my face or other people's faces. I was literally in the moment the entire trip, which is very unlike me, but I needed that because it was my first trip back in Barbados in over 2 years actually, since COVID. Soon after just relaxing on the patio for a bit, I got myself a cup of coffee. Every morning this was like a ritual to me. I would get up, sit on the patio for a bit, have my coffee, and then I would get ready for my day. As some of you would know, if you work out with me, I worked out almost every day while I was there. But my first day after, I did not work out. So I think this was the Tuesday, and I worked out the Wednesday and the Thursday and the Friday. And of course, today is a beach day, so I'm heading out to go meet Tony and her mom. We are spending the day together. We ended up going to the beach house, which is another beautiful beach club with all of the amenities that you need: food, beverages, chairs, umbrellas. There's a beautiful boardwalk. There's a lot of beach activities as well. You name it: snorkeling, glass bottom boat, swimming with the turtles, anything that you literally want to do to have some fun while at the beach is there waiting for you. But we did not do any of the above. Before I left, I spent some time catching up on emails and my Instagram. So at the boatyard, we spent quite a bit of time just relaxing and chilling and lounging, you know, taking in some sun and basically just catching up. We also filmed a few videos together. I'll insert a clip of the reel that Tony created from one of the videos that we did. We did quite a bit of filming there. So I think we may have a few more videos coming up. But guys, if you haven't checked that video out as yet, please go on to my Instagram page and look for that video. I'm going to insert it at the end so you have an idea of what it looked like. But we had a great day. One of the things that was super cool was that the bartender made us a mojito, and he had to get the mint from the garden. Would you believe it? So when we asked for the mojito, he said I have to go pick the mint for the mojito, which was super cool. So it was fresh from the garden.
When they say
Finally, a chance to show you guys the space that I'm staying at. So as soon as you enter the apartment, there is a very long hallway, and on both sides there's storage as well as a laundry area. So on the left side you'll find all of the linens, towels, bed sheets and whatnot if you want to change the linen on the bed. And then on the other side there is a laundry area, so you can do your laundry if you wish. Everything that you need is in this room. There's also an ironing board and an iron in case you need to press something. One of my favorite features is seeing all the way through the apartment because it's open concept and you can actually see straight through to the patio and get a glimpse of the beach as soon as you open the door. Now this is a 2-bedroom unit and I love that there is so much space throughout. This bedroom, though the smaller of the two, still has a lot of space, and it comes with a very huge closet and some shelves next to it. Each room has an air conditioned unit as well as ceiling fans, so if you want to, you can decide which you prefer, whether you want to have a cooler effect or just to cool you down slightly with the overhead ceiling fans. I actually did not use the air conditioned unit very much. I mostly used it in the middle of the day if I was in the apartment when the sun was at its highest, and that's when the place got a little extra warm. Other than that, it was pretty good. Now this space though is very bright, so if you're someone who likes to sleep in, you may want to consider maybe wearing some blinds around your eyes, those sleeping masks, because yeah, the light comes in around 5:30 or so in the morning. Right outside that first bedroom is the kitchen, which I'll get back to, and the first bathroom. So this one has a shower, you know, the usual, and a very large mirror over the sink, which I love. One thing to point out though is that this space does not include a floor length mirror, which is one of the things I think would be great to be added to this space, because someone like me who likes to take full length selfies, I had a hard time. So if you're watching, please consider adding a full length mirror to this space. Now this is the kitchen area, which is perfect, I think, for even a large group of people. It has everything that you need, a full-size refrigerator. I bought myself some fruits and vegetables while I was there to snack on, and it's lots of storage space. The stove is actually an electric stove, which I don't prefer, but I kind of got used to it after the first morning trying to figure out how to work it. but eventually I got the hang of it. I also bought my coffee. I went to the supermarket the first day that I came. I went to the supermarket and I picked up a bunch of things that I know I would need to use in the morning. Honestly, don't think I could survive waking up in the morning without having my first cup of coffee. So it was necessary for me, and since I spent quite a bit of time in the mornings here in the apartment, I also needed a few things to snack on that were healthy, knowing that I was going to be working out. So once I worked out, I would need to actually find something to eat to put that energy back in. So picked up some bananas and some oranges and some grapes and whatnot. So that was also pretty good. I ate most of my other meals outside though. So over to the right of the kitchen area is a space for dining. There's a huge dining room table, and there's also the kitchen counter, which has about 3 high chairs, so you can eat at both spaces. And then you get into the living room area. I just love the decor. I love that it was mostly blue throughout, bringing in that ocean feel. I felt that couch was the perfect sitting area for if you want to sit and watch television, which is something I did not do. Or if you just want to relax or use your laptop or computer or whatever, which is something I actually did quite a bit of while I was there, including edit a video which I uploaded while I was there as well. And again, I could never ever get tired of this view. So I love the open and indoor concept here. It's almost like you're inside but you're outside, because the sliding door, which is all glass, and the rest of the space is almost like it's sitting on the outside, but in actuality the sliding door closes off that space, so you're actually locked inside once that door is closed. Really loved the decor of the space, from this lamp to the chairs that we were able to sit on, and then the painting throughout. I like how everything was again tied in with a bunch of neutrals and browns, and that blue that was everywhere, from the doors to the cushions. Everything had that blue tied in. I really love the space. In fact, this is the space that I used to work out on the 3 mornings that I worked out while I was there. Now again, here is a second patio, which is adjoining the bedroom. This is where I actually sat and have my coffee every morning and just listened and watched the waves and saw the sun rise. I loved it. This could not be more perfect. Okay, so next let's explore the master bedroom for a moment. This was the main area that I was staying in. Spent a lot of time in here. I love this space. So immediately when I walked in and I noticed that I actually had the patio with the open glass door, I was elated. Again, we have the closets over here, and there was more than enough space for me to store my stuff. As you can see, I already had my things hung up, which weren't a lot, and the one pair of shoes that I walked with while I was here. I am trying to pack as light as possible when I go anywhere. Other than that, I had my carry-on bag, which is my Baco bag. I love that bag so much. Okay, so here is the master bedroom's bathroom. This actually has a tub as well as an overhead shower, so you have the option if you want to do the two. It came well stocked. She has a blow dry if you want to blow dry your hair after you wash your hair from the pool or the beach. Then there's a couple beach towels, and there was ample towels for you to shower and dry. I really like that they had everything that I really needed here in this space just to be comfortable during the time I was there. Lots of light, like I said, that was coming through. Even though this is just one window, this bathroom was extremely bright. It was perfect for me to apply my makeup without having any issues. And then I also had this huge drawer which sits under the TV for the bedroom. I didn't have to use up too much space in these drawers. I think I used like 2 drawers, one for my swimsuits and then a few for like shorts and whatnot, and even my jewelry and stuff like that I kept in these 2 drawers. And of course, what I considered to be my all-time favorite part of this entire space was knowing that the master bedroom led to the patio. Every morning I would get up and I would open up these curtains and I would step out into the patio and just sit there for a while listening to the waves before I get up and go get my coffee. But that was like a ritual for me. It just felt so good and relaxing. What a way to wake up. So after giving you guys a tour, I took a shower, made my coffee, I sat down, I tried to catch up on my emails. I also enjoyed more of the view. Listen, I could stand or sit here and just watch the waves crash. I also felt like a little bit of a nosy neighbor. I would always be watching people as they go by, as well as people downstairs at the pool. I thought that I would have preferred the bottom floor, but after being on top, I felt like it was a little bit more private than being right down on the beach, because I'm the type of person that would literally forget that I'm not wearing anything and walk out my bedroom pretty much naked. So that was better for me. Eventually I came to that conclusion. So here I'm applying some makeup because I decided I was going to go do this photo shoot. This beautiful swimsuit that I picked up from ASOS. I love the swimsuit, but I don't know that it's very practical to wear into the beach. To wear into the ocean, sorry, but I thought it was ideal for being by the pool. If you're going to the ocean, the waves are going to be crashing and hitting into this swimsuit so hard, and I'd already lost quite a few of the fringes that hang down, so I decided just let me go take some photos and be cute. So I really loved how my makeup turned out. As you can see, I'm into these bright colors, especially in the summertime. So I'm having my first sort of meal for the day after my workout, which is this banana. It literally saved my life. Soon after that, I did go and have some breakfast though, but that was kind of breakfast for the morning besides my coffee. I also had a lot of calls to catch up on, voice messages to listen to, and I spent that time just catching up on messages and catching up with a few people. And then I soon got up and went down to the pool and took some photos. So my Bearco bag went with me everywhere. wear. It served as not just the perfect carry-on, but the perfect beach bag as well. So I literally took it every single place I went, except for dinner. But on a daily basis, I would pack that bag with everything I needed, and I was out, y'all. I love that bag so much. My girl Shayna from Bayco, I thank you, sis. You are doing tremendous things. Guys, this is a black-owned business. I will leave her link below. If you don't know already, I got all of my masks that I wear, I got from her. I do not wear a mask from anyone else, unless it's a certain one of those medical masks that I need temporarily because I forgot my mask. I only wear my Bayco mask. I don't know if she makes them anymore, but when COVID first happened, she had brought out these masks, and they are the best. I always get compliments. I always have people asking me about these masks. As for the bag, I have a few people who are obsessed with it since they've seen me with it. And yes, if you aren't yet following her on Instagram, go check out Shayna. I'm also going to leave the Bayco IG link as well as her Instagram. In fact, I already also have her YouTube channel linked below in every single one of my videos, and I should also have it linked here. So here you can see me setting myself up for some photos. I decided to film basically how I do this. So I set my camera up as well as my iPhone, and I'm using the timer on it to take these beautiful photos. I really love how they came out. iPhones take great photos in the day, but they're not so good at night. Apple, you guys need to get a grip on how you guys set up these cameras, both the front and the back camera, so that we can take better photos at night and not just in the day. So after taking my photos, I sat and I lounged a bit. I had a huge bottle of rum punch that I pretty much lived on while I was there. Listen, you're not on the islands if you're not drinking some good rum punch. I loved the pool area. It was very quiet while I was there. I think maybe one or two other guests were at the pool during the time I was there, and there were two young ladies who were there most of the time. I come down to the pool. If they weren't there already, they came down soon after. But yeah, it was pretty much very quiet, and oftentimes I'd have it for myself, which I loved. Guys, I'm also obsessed with this fan that I got from my girl Custom Chic. She is also here on Instagram. I'm sorry, on YouTube and on Instagram. I'll leave her handle below, but I also have her channel linked. She has some fun travel vlogs as well, guys. So if you're interested on more vlogs about different places, listen, she has a ton of videos because she's always on a plane. I'm like, do you even live anywhere? She's always on a plane. Yeah, so you can catch up on some of her vlogs here as well. Again, do you see my Bayco bag? She's everywhere. Like I said, after leaving the pool, I headed to the beach, relaxed here for quite a bit, soaked up some water and some sun. So I did a quick change into this black swimsuit from Cupshe. Like I said, I didn't want to wear the ASOS swimsuit to the beach, knowing that the waves would probably take it completely apart. I would probably leave there without any fringes on. So I see that as just a cute swimsuit to probably just wear at the pool or maybe to a beach party or something, but definitely not to be swimming in. I also took you guys in the water with me for a bit, but not for too long because I did not want to have my camera get wet, but this was kind of risky, but I decided it was going to be safe because the waves weren't crashing. It was a very calm day at the beach today. I loved every moment of it. The water was warm, it was just perfect, and it was hot, so staying in the water is what I did most of the day, and just cooled out, relaxed, had a drink or two, and just enjoyed myself relaxing. Listen, I was working so hard for the last couple of weeks that this chance to just kick back and do little to nothing was so important to me. And this is why I didn't do a lot of voiceovers, guys, because I was truly living in the moment. I actually fell asleep right here on this chair woke up with my legs burning from being in the sun for too long, but it was quite worth it. So later that night, I was heading out to meet my friend Tracy and some of her friends. We had such a good time. There's a restaurant close by called Tapas. I probably became a frequent eater there because it was about 10 minutes walk away, so it was very easy for me to get there. And I met a few of her friends who are now my friends. So we had a really good time just catching up, talking, and just basically enjoying each other's company. It was a good night. This dress that I wore is from Free People, and I've had it for about 3 to 4 years, so I no longer have a link to that. But I do have a link to my new shoes that I got from Cult Gaia. I am obsessed with these shoes, but I was also scared to walk on them with the way the Barbados roads are. I was so scared that I would maybe fall, because these type of platforms, if you aren't walking on a very flat surface, it's very easy for you to twist your leg, to twist your ankle, sorry, and that is not a vibe. But we had a great time. This drink over here that Jonathan is drinking, I think it was a passion fruit mojito, I ended up having 2 of those after having my very first drink, which was coffee based type of martini. It was good, but that drink was the best. I realized he was having it back to back, so I was like, let me try this passion fruit mojito or whatever it was that he was drinking. And guys, after that, I had a second, and every time I went back to Tapas, that was the drink of my choice. So if you ever go there, ask for this passion fruit drink. I don't remember the correct name of it, but I know it was passion fruit. Can you hear me above all the waves? I feel like I've been such a bad friend, because bad and good to myself in a sense, but bad to you guys, because I was literally living in the moment for the last couple of days. I don't know if you guys can see this. Bright outside, but there's a shadow on my face a little bit. Anyway, so I'm on the patio. I want to just go over the apartment that I'm staying at, this Airbnb, which is so beautiful. I don't know, sometimes it's like I feel like I'm guided by a spirit. Like, I don't know if it's my ancestors or what, but for a few weeks after I booked the trip, I had booked maybe like 2.5 weeks ago. I literally just booked. I didn't book like in advance. I was thinking of doing it, but kept putting it off, and then eventually I finally booked the trip. I knew I needed to come home, see my family, of course catch up with friends and whatnot too, but I also needed a little bit of time away to unplug. I was working so much the last couple of weeks. It was crazy, but I was looking for a space to stay that was close to the good vibes of Barbados, like all of the activities that you would want to get into, good restaurants that are in close proximity to where I was staying, and I also wanted to be on the beach. And it was a little challenging because I didn't want to stay at a hotel, because I wanted to have the space for my workouts, which I just finished, and I was showing you guys my workout setup. I was using bottles as weights, 2 big gallon bottles, I think, as weights. Listen, there's no excuses. I walked with my resistance band, and that's what I used this morning, and I had a really, really good workout. But yeah, I wanted to find a space that was everything that this space is right now. The only thing I would have changed about this space is that I would have been like literally, like that would have been my front door, literally right there. Like the beach would have been my entrance in a sense to the apartment or whatever, and it would have been like a single unit and not in an apartment building. But this really, like, this gave me a 9 out of 10 for everything that I was looking for. Great space. It's a 2-bedroom apartment. They have a pool. I'm right by the beach. There's a boardwalk, and there's food and drinks everywhere. Yeah, it's a vibe. If you're familiar with Barbados, they're on Hastings, Christchurch, very close to the Gap. The agents and anyone who comes to Barbados know what we're talking about. So the Gap is like a popular street or road, as we would call it in Barbados. We don't say street, really, we say road. So it's a road in Barbados where you can go and pick up all and get, you can go and you can find so many things. You can find a party space, you can find restaurants, a bar, you name it is on that stretch. Like one after the other. So you can't say you don't have something to do, and you can never get bored, and it's close to the beach too. In fact, the Gap is like on a street that is opposite a beach in a sense. Like there's one half of the street is obviously on not on the beach, and then the other half is on the beach side. But having a great time. So I'm about to, this is now Thursday, and I have 2 more, well, 1.5 days left. So I'm going to go take a shower. I went out last night and I had a really good time. I wanted to go take a walk on the beach, but I think rather than just taking a walk, I'm going to go shower, get myself together, and go lay on the sand, go into the water for a bit. This water is not my favorite water, but it will do for now. The beach I like to go to is further down. This is Christchurch. They're bordering St. Michael, very, very much on the cusp of St. Michael, and that beach in St. Michael is a lot better than the beach over here because we are closer to the Atlantic Ocean, and the Atlantic Ocean side is a lot more rough. The waters are very, very choppy, and it's more windy over here. And the west coast, which is on the Caribbean seaside, is way smoother, calm, yeah, not as choppy. Anyway, I'm hoping you guys were hearing me above all of the waves that were crashing. And now I've gone dark because I'm inside. It's a lot darker. Alright, back in the light. So yeah, so I'm gonna go get myself together, guys. Yeah, and then I'm probably gonna come back in and just give you guys a tour of the space. Well, I kind of did the tour already, but I'll go through it, do a, you know, talk through and give you guys a voiceover of the space itself. Alright, so I'll be back. So I just realized that I was saying I started my story. I'm such a rambler. I'm all over the place. So I was looking for a space that, like I said, that had all the things that I wanted, and I kept like saving different spaces, and this particular space kept coming back to me. The problem is I didn't see a lot of people having stayed in the space, but it had 5 stars, and I didn't really get a good sense of the layout of the space. But the basic thing that I saw was that it was right on the beach, and just seeing that view in one of the photos on Airbnb website sold me. And I'm so glad I chose it. I kept coming back to it. I kept coming back to it, kept coming back to it. There was 2 other spaces that I was interested in. One of them kept telling me I needed to stay for a minimum, actually 2 of them. The 2 of them said I needed to stay for a minimum of like 7 days or something, and I'm like, why would I pay an extra day that I'm not staying? So, and this one just fit right in. I felt like, you know, this was meant to be. This, yeah, clearly it was meant to be. All right, go on again. So dark. when I have my sunglasses on, it's like you can't find my face. So guys, I am going to check back in. I'm heading out to have breakfast with one of my IG friends who I feel like I'm meeting so many IG friends. So I'm gonna see you guys in a sec. Hopefully when I come back, I can start to finally catch up. But I just wanted to show you guys my outfit. Trying to close these doors. Alright. It's a vlog. Like I seriously have not vlogged much. This is beautiful. I love the ambiance.
Oh, you got it!
Oh, this is Sage is a vibe.
Yeah, we can
you sit anywhere? Ooh. Feel like I'm at home about to get in my day bed. Not the strangers. So some parts of Barbados does not have like a good sidewalk. So when you're walking on the street, please be mindful of traffic because it could seem like you're about to get run over by a car or truck or something. So I took the scenic route to go meet Namonde. She's at Tapas, which is about 10 minutes away from me in terms of walk. And I took the boardwalk, took in the view of the ocean as I was heading there. I just love this area of Barbados because you get to not only be close to all of the things like, you know, your restaurants, your bars, your clubs, but you also get the beach, which is a must. I appreciate you.
So Gloria, where are we today? What are we doing?
We are about to go get my COVID tested at the Marriott.
Tell us about your outfit.
Okay, so I am wearing this beautiful dress by, I can't remember. I absolutely cannot. I'll be more prepared next time. I promise. After getting my COVID test done, which was a very quick, seamless process, we went back to the apartment and decided to hang out at the pool. We took a bunch of videos and photos here. I'm wearing my beautiful yellow swimsuit from Cupshe as well. And I ended up giving Namonde this swimsuit from Cupshe because girlfriend came without any swimsuit. I'm like, girl, you're in Barbados, you gotta walk with a swimsuit everywhere you go. So I ended up giving it to her because it fit her just perfect, don't you think? Yes, but we had a wonderful day at the pool. We drank way, when I tell you way, we drank way too much rum punch. I think I had about 4 glasses. And between that, the sun, and not really eating too much, we were a lot tipsy, when I tell you. We took a walk after this and on the beach, and we were singing like 2 half-drunk pirates, singing all types of African songs, and she was showing me her different African dance moves. We had a really full, fun day, that much I can tell you. Yeah, it was good to actually spend some time with her. So Namonde is from South Africa. She came to Barbados by herself. she was doing like a little mini tour of the Caribbean. So she was in Trinidad first and spent a couple of days there, and then she came over to Barbados, and she was staying at the Crane, which is in St. Phillips, which is pretty much very far away from a lot of the fun activities. So she was feeling a little bored, and we met at dinner the night before while we were at tapas. So she was one of the people that I met there, and we figured why not entertain her while she's here. So she was hanging out with me that day, and then the following day she was supposed to hang out with someone else. Very fun young lady. She is a vibe. Like, look at her. She had me cracking up the entire day with her dance moves. Very fun. We had a beautiful day. That was, unforgettable. It's so good to meet different people, and that's totally my vibe. So after all that drinking and singing and dancing, we of course needed some food. So we headed back to Tapas for dinner. I love that Tapas is right on the beach. You get to look out on the ocean, and the staff there are so beautiful and friendly. The next day was Good Friday, and I didn't film much at all. I spent the entire day with my family, just hanging out, relaxing at home with my mom, my sister, my cousins, my baby cousins. It was a good day. But this is now Saturday, which is the final day here on the island, and I spent some time at the beach. But before the beach, I had to take you guys through the city. Okay, so this is the next morning. Got up really early and wanted to head to the market. So this is Saturday morning, and I felt like I needed to give you guys a little insight on what Barbados living is like. So I drove through Bridgetown and headed to the market, and this is like the local market where the people who live here have their little stalls set up with various types of fruits and vegetables, and I was able to get some fresh coconut water. I don't know how I was on the island for a few days and hadn't had any coconut water or any coconut jelly. This is like one of my favorite things to do whenever I come home. Coconut water and jelly is a must. So before I headed to the airport, I decided to just head to the beach. Spent about an hour there, and then got ready to go to the airport. This is my last day. I was so sad. But Barbados, I will be back really, really soon. I love you, my island home.